Another way to use it might be another way to use it might be to count the number of times there are certain ratings. So let me give a few more random-ish ratings. Okay, and you can see my average change. So if I wanted to count the number of times 5, I would use count ifs and set up my range. And then the criteria is 5. And so there are 25 5-star ratings. And I believe if I just pull this over, no. So I thought that if I pulled it over, it would change the number, but it doesn't. Explanation on what happened there with my mistake. If I have a set of numbers like this and I select them all and I drag down, it will just continue the numbers for me. And I expected that to happen. It can work the same with the formula too. So if you drag it down, you can have formulas and times when it will fill in each box. For example, if I do this, then it shows me, well, and so this formula is asking, is it text? And so they're not text, so it's saying false. If I change it to text, then it says it's true. So that's what I was trying to do here. I thought I could just drag this formula over. Now, the problem is, when I drag this formula over 1, it also dragged the range over, so it's not picking up any data. So what I needed to do, had I done this differently, I would have added a few dollar signs. And so if I do that, then when I drag it over, it copies and it's the correct range, but this did not copy right. So what I could have done, if I wanted to set it up that way, I could have just selected this box, and then drag it over, and then that sets up each one with the correct range and value. But it did change my range when I pulled it over. So let me fix that. Okay, and so it shows 4 for the number it shows 2 for the number of 4s, and then if I want to find the number of 3s, do the same thing. And no 3s. But if I change this to 3, then yeah, it shows 1. And I can do the same thing for 2 and 1. It'd be easier if I just copy that over. And so that's another way you could use the ratings in Google Sheets. I'm sure I'll find some more, but if you find some, please leave a comment below because I would love to steal your idea. Thank you very much. Using it was to have a list of names and have them a list of scores, and then set up a formula for average. And then as the scores change, then the overall average will change.